What's up, guys? We're at Jones Subwoofer Solutions, back with another amp dyno. Today it was an amp that was requested by you guys, was talked about a little bit in the comments. It is the Slapz Audio Shock 8K. It is one of the Sound Digital or Stetson type clones, I believe, that Slapz has. I know they've got a few other, they have their surfboard amps and a few others. But this is what I went with. This is what somebody had requested, the Shock 8K from Slapz Audio. Real quick, it does come with some cool decals and some other stuff, toolkit and bass knob. I'll go over that at the end. But rated 8,000 watts at 1 ohm. I think it was 5,200 watts at 2 ohms and like 2,800 watts at 4 ohms. When we get on the bench, I'll verify that. But drop your guesses now. Let me know what you think it'll do, and I'll catch you on the dyno bench in just a second. Alright guys, here we are on the dyno bench with the Slapz Audio Shock 8K. We're going to go through this real quick. I'm going to do certified, which is up to 1% distortion. And then the dyno will stop reading. Then we'll test uncertified, where the dyno will read whether there's clipping or distortion present. It'll keep reading. Then we're going to do dynamic, which is a pulse or dynamic burst track. And we're going to do these 4 ohm, then 2 ohm, and then we'll finish with the 1 ohm runs, and we'll go from there. So let me set this in the right mode. We'll get right into it. We're going to do certified 4 ohm. And I was wrong before. At 4 ohm, it's rated 2,380 watts. So we're looking for 2,380 watts. We're at 14.85 volts. Let's see what it does. Here we go. And a little short. We're at 2,073 watts at 4 ohms, dropping to 14.65 volts. So that didn't quite do rated, but we'll continue. We'll see what it does at 2 ohms. 2 ohms, it was rated 5,200 watts. Set my meter here. We're at 14.83 volts starting. I am on my CMAX. I do have one charger running. It should be keeping us right around 14.85 volts or so. Here we go. 5,200 watts. Let's see what it does. All right. Not close that time. We got 3,870 watts is all. At 2 ohms, dropping to 14.52 volts. So honestly, not looking too good for this one. We're going to keep going. Rated 8,000 watts at 1 ohm. We'll go to 1 ohm. We're at 14.81 volts. Starting, and we're looking for 8,000 watts. So here we go. We'll see what it does. And we got 6,669 watts. Into 1 ohm, we dropped to 14.25 volts. So again, we did not see the 8,000 watts. We didn't even come very close to 7,000 watts. So it is what it is. That's why we do the dyno tests. We'll continue. We'll go to uncertified now, where we might see a little more power with a little bit of clipping present. It doesn't always happen with every amp. Again, we're going to start 4 ohms. Again, rated 2,380 watts. Here we go. not quite. I didn't want to push it. 2,289 watts into 4 ohm, dropped to 14.69 volts. We can call that one pretty close. We'll go back to 2 ohms. We'll see what we get at 2 ohms. Again, we're looking for 5,200 watts. Here we go. All right, a bit better than certified. We got 4,224 watts into 2 ohms. We dropped to 14.43 volts. So we will go back to 1 ohm now. Rated 8,000 watts. I don't know that we'll see it. We might be closer than before. We're at 14.85 volts starting. Here we go. Slapz Audio Shock 8K. Here we go. Oh, I let it go. 7,092 watts into 1 ohm, dropped to 14.12 volts. So not quite 8,000 watts. We're about 1,000 watts short. On these full bridge amps, you don't want to push them into clipping real hard. That's why I'm not just letting it eat like I have some of the other amps. So 7,000 watts, close but not quite. And we will continue with the dynamic testing. And again, we're going to start with 4 ohms. We're at 14.97 volts starting. Here we go. Looking for 2,380 watts. Not quite. Got 2,237 watts into 4 ohms. Dropped to 14.81 volts. We'll try 2 ohms. 14.93 volts starting. Here we go. Looking for 5,200 watts. I think that's all. Again, not quite rated. 4,336 watts into 2 ohms, dropped to 14.48 volts. And we'll finish here with 1 ohm dynamic. I'm not going under 1 ohm on this. It's not rated for it. So again, we're looking for 8,000 watts at 1 ohm. Here we go. And no, got 6,849 watts into 1 ohm at 14.16 volts on the burst track. And that is all the dyno testing I have for the Slapz Audio Shock 8K. I will put up the performance review. I'll catch you guys back on the bench. We can get a better look at the amp and what it comes with. See you guys in a minute. Alright guys, here we are back on the bench. I've got the Slapz Audio Shock 8K opened up so we can take a look. You guys can see all the components in there. So one thing I noticed right away is usually these whatever are yellow. They're blue in this case. I don't think that's anything notable though. So we'll get a look at these end caps. On this end you've got Tiffany style input and output. You've got high pass filter from 15 Hertz to 80 Hertz, low pass filter from 80 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz. You got your gain knob, bass boost from 0 to 12 dB, plug for your bass remote, power clip and protect light. You have 8 gauge speaker outputs. There's 2 sets of them. And then on the other end, you have 2 sets of 2 watt inputs, power inputs. The grounds are on the outside and the powers are on the inside. And then you have your remote in the middle. And then this amp does have fans on this side. They're just vent holes on the other side. But it does have fans on the left and right on this end. So that is all I have on the Slapz Audio Shock 8K. It did come with, I need to show you guys, it did come with a cord for the bass knob, one of these bass knobs with the status lights on it, and one of the bigger knobs. I do prefer these bigger knobs, and it is aluminum housed instead of plastic. It comes with the user manual and some decals. And I may have misspoke when I said it came with the toolkit. I could not find my bigger Allen wrench. So either it didn't come with the toolkit or it did and one of my guys ran off with it. But don't quote me on it coming with one. It does come with this stuff for sure. So let me know what you guys think of the amp. Hey, maybe for the cost per watt, it's worth it. It didn't make rated, but you guys may still like it. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know what you guys want to see on another video. If you guys have got any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank all of you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know when I post a new video. Again, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.